It's altcoin season. We have some coins you want to take a look at.
Today for the Bitcoin price with DaVinci J15, we will be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, two very hated altcoins with very interesting developments in the charts. And also towards the end of the video, we will be showing you one specific altcoin which might be coiling up right now for a massive move towards a very specific price target. We will be talking about all of that, about specific trading setups for us for Bitcoin, Ethereum, the two hated altcoins, and also the specific secret altcoin we will reveal towards the end of the video. We will be sharing all of that with you, our game plan, our strategy. And here at the Bitcoin price, it will be important where we are closing this daily candle here. We will give you one specific price level, which gives us the trade alert for a massive pump towards the upside. Also, we have one target towards the downside, which we cannot breach. Otherwise, we will see some serious downwards price movements. But right now, before we are going straight into it, I wanted to come to the most important question of today. DaVinci J15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing great, man. I am enjoying the winter blahs here in Chile. It's a little cold and a little chilly in Chile, but
I saw you had like right. a nice fire in the garden.
Yeah, a bonfire in the back, and so yeah, we're just enjoying ourselves. How about you? I know it's nice and warm, and I know you don't want to leave to go to Germany.
Yes. I mean, eventually I will go one day, like visit family and friends. But yeah, it's just very hard to leave, right? I heard from people that tried to book a flight back home and they just gave up, smashing down the laptop and went out because it's just very hard to leave. But yeah, there will be a time for that, and I will be back very soon, certainly as well. However, thank you so much for taking the time today, DaVinci, for bringing all this knowledge bombs to us. We will be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and at least 3 more altcoins here in that video. Everyone will be very keen to see that, especially maybe before we are putting up the charts here. I wanted to remind everyone, in the last video it was crazy. I mean, the people just smashed the comment section like crazy. Look at this. You remember we made this VeChain call. Ever since it made like 150% pump. We called the Chainlink breakout. We called the Dogecoin breakout, of course, with some support from TikTok here and many other things. And here this guy, he said, yep, I got into VeChain and ADA a couple of weeks ago after your video. Nice work, boys. Thank you so much for that. This guy said, what's a good to hear? He said more than 100% gains already. He was thanking us for that. He said, I literally bought VeChain immediately after I saw the previous video on it you did. Thank you so much for getting me in the right time. And I mean, guys, it goes on and on like this. We have many of these comments. It's just crazy. And I mean, I'm not doing it to brag here. I just wanted to thank you for spreading this positivity and giving us this feedback, because I mean, likes and views are also amazing, but reading these lovely words in the comment section, it really fuels us up even more to provide more content for you. So thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for commenting, for sharing these videos. It is truly appreciated and it's not going unnoticed. And I can tell you, I showed it to DaVinci and he was so happy to see your comments. So thank you so much for that. Very long rant here for the introduction. Sorry, but now maybe we can go pull up the charts and see your amazing magical TA on Bitcoin and the altcoins, DaVinci.
Awesome. Let's do that. Okay, so this is my dog's breakfast chart. Sorry, I know I have a lot of stuff going on here, but I like it like that, baby. All right. So zooming in here, you can see that we have bounced off this trend line here. And what's up?
Can you go a little bit to the other side, because my face is on the bottom left corner?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all good.
Sure, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem. So let me just take it off of AutoFit and see if we can zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so we bounced off this trend line. I was a little concerned about that. Remember, I was saying here, yeah, it could get up here, but it's going to be a hard knock life, really hard thing to do. And if it does get up here, that's where you want to short for sure, right? But this is probably where it's going to bounce off of. And what it did is just turned around and it bounced down, and it bounced and it went down hard, man, really hard. And I was telling everybody in my Telegram group that, hey, you know what? This thing has to bounce off the 13 EMA, and it has not done so. It's not the end of the world, but it's not good. We have to close this. I mean, it's not an absolute, right? Absolute in meaning that I can say 100% for sure that we have to close above this level here, which is $9,157 level, but close below that is like almost a death nail, right? It's just as bad as if we close below the 8,600 and what this level is right here. Let's see here, 8,614 level. They're equal basically.
Wow.
It is really bad if we close that at this point. And the reason why is because what this is, these two candles represent those two candles there, right? I know I added 3, but those two candles are railroad tracks, and a break here is nightmarish scenario. We're gonna break all the way down and probably break this level here, and that's another level, and then continue down. And so yeah, it's just one break after the other. So not a good sign.
Yeah.
With some luck, we break back above the 13 AMA. We continue higher. Not only that is it bad, is that all 4 of these candles above the 13 AMA and a fail is just is basically this fail here, saying that, you know what, dudes, anything here, any trade higher is just a time for you to short because we are going down. So and if that's the case, well, we're done. Right now, keep in mind, right? This is Bitcoin, right? There could be some short squeeze being planned here, and so at any point in time, as it kind of starts dumping down here, on the daily, we're on the daily, right?
Yep.
Let's see here. Make sure that we're on the daily. Yeah, on the daily, we're not oversold anymore. We're not close to oversold anymore. On the RSI, close to the oversold, but you know we can get down here pretty fast, and so I think we've built up this but I really think we've built up the momentum so that we can actually dump a little bit harder, and break the 8,600 level. So that's not a good sign. I'm sorry, I have no good news from when it comes to Bitcoin. Can we see any light in the tunnel? The only light we have is that we've got to break. We cannot pass this line.
Yeah.
All right. Looking at Ethereum.
One thing, just to consolidate for everyone watching. Sorry, David, before we go into Ethereum, I just wanted to clarify. So what you are saying is that the daily close is actually essential. It is essential to stay above the EMA, above the 13 EMA, and also not to close below the specific price level around the 9,170 US dollar levels or so you have mentioned. And if Bitcoin breaches above which specific level you would turn more bullish? Is it the 9,300 US dollar level you want to see us closing above?
Yeah, I would love to see us, if we could just close tomorrow above the $9,250 level, approximately, that would be good. If we get above this red trend line, even better. Just as long as we close above the 13 MA. It's a positive sign.
Yeah.
It's still not we're not out of the woods, right? Because this level still counts, but it helps.
Yes.
Right? It helps a lot.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
All right.
I just wanted to consolidate the information again for every viewer. But yes, we have to talk about Ethereum. It seems like no one is talking about Ethereum right now. And the question is why? And what are your thoughts on Ethereum? Do you think there are any opportunities to take in the short term?
Well, looking at Ethereum, right? When I saw this up here, when I saw Ethereum up here, I saw it just 2 days ago. I was like, wow. I had no clue after breaking this trend line where we cannot move any further, it would break back into it. It did not stay inside that trend line, but that's some pretty impressive power. I really think that says something for Ethereum to do that on low volume, because it was like miles away from this trend line, and yet it did it on a very low volume. And so, well, at least on the perpetual swaps, I really should count the volume levels on swap contracts, really. So I'm gonna take my words back on low volume, because we need to look at the spot market to determine the real volume. So anyways, really right now what we could say is, hey, this was a positive sign. When Ethereum got up here, it needed to correct, right, which is acceptable when it does this kind of huge move to get into a trend line. So the next move for Ethereum, right, which I would expect, right, is that it would try to do it again, right? And so this would determine whether or not we are going higher or lower when it does try to break that trend line, break above the trend line once again. So we need to keep an eye on this. If Ethereum can break above, adios muchachos. I mean, we got to take a look at this thing on the Bitcoin price level, because we're going to see some explosive moves in if it gets up here, right, above this trend line.
Yeah,
you're going to go, holy no, this is not real. This is not happening. You're going to be like,
so close
this is not
already.
happening.
So everything what you are saying, everything what you are saying basically is, if Ethereum has like a 4.5% pump from here in US dollar terms, this will start a serious bull run for Ethereum, in your opinion?
Exactly.
Wow.
So, but it has to do it in such a, not today, right? It doesn't have to do it today. It's just got to do it sometime in a little while, and just, next few days, right? Maybe on the 15th, 16th or something like that, and breaks above it, like does a little bit of U level here, maybe gives these people a chance to get in, because this did this W. And it comes back down here to the candle body right here, which is at the 230, and then it rolls back up. And it breaks, it doesn't stop at the trend line. It breaks above it. Wow.
See you when I see
Fireworks.
you. Yeah.
Yep. See you when I see you. Yep.
Nice. Could you just, before we go to the next ones here, could you give us an approximate target? Like, let's say we are closing like at above the 250 US dollar levels. What would be your estimate for this Ethereum bull run? What could you mention as not the best case, like a very realistic scenario for Ethereum for the Ethereum price to reach?
Okay, let's do an AB equals CD, because that's the easiest thing to do, and that's probably a good target level to take at this point. So what we can say is almost $300 is our target once we break above this trend line.
Sounds good. All right. So yeah, I'm also holding some Ethereum. So fingers crossed that this is actually going to happen. And now, guys, we are going to talk. First of all, if you appreciate that free content, scroll down, smash up the video. We are going to talk about 2 altcoins, which you will, with the highest probability, hate AF. But we are looking at the charts, we are excluding our emotions, and we are going to see what are the charts telling us right now, because our end goal with trading these hated altcoins would be eventually to maximize our Bitcoin. So Da Vinci, before we are doing that, I wanted to give a big shout out here to Didi Taihutu. He is a friend of mine here for the Bitcoin family guy. He sold everything and he's living here on Kopangan with his family, and he did a very lovely video yesterday, gave a big shout out to Happy Food in Thailand, Kopangan. And because of this corona crisis, I mean, we are having here like all a good life. And I mean, we all have food on the table, but many people are struggling here. And he made a big shout out to a GoFundMe campaign here of Happy Food in Thailand. They are trying to raise only $500, and since 2 months they only collected $250. I will leave the link to the GoFundMe page down below. If you have like $5, $10, I mean $10 can feed like a whole family for a whole day at least, if not for longer here. So yeah, if you want to just drop $10, make sure you you click the link down below. If it's more, it's fine. If it's less, it's fine. And also I will leave the donation addresses of DD Hutu here. I will copy paste them also in our pinned comment today. No affiliate links, nothing. If you want to donate, here's actually converting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash into Thai baht and giving that cash to them. It is a trusted friend of mine. Probably you know him from television or somewhere else. It is a great guy. Look at him. So big shout out to him. Let's support the Kopangan family. I can tell you the Thai people are lovely AF. I have never seen a nicer kind of people in the world. I can truly say that, and this is a topic which really goes to my heart. And yeah, I'm gonna support them as well, of course. So guys, thank you so much for your support here on that side. Let's do something good for the peace in the world, and let's feed some people. And now let's go into the hated altcoins, into the next section of that video, Da Vinci.
All right, awesome. Before we get on to like XRP, which is one of my most hated altcoin, I want to say that if you guys donate, he's got like $250 now. So if you guys get up to like $750, I'm gonna match whatever you guys donate up to $500, right? To this cause. So I'm gonna donate $500, and I'm gonna put, if it's a GoFundMe, I'm gonna put my name.
Wow.
That I donated to that. So get up to, if they get up to 500, I'm gonna whatever. Even if they don't get up to 500, I'll match whatever it is that you guys donated.
Thank you very much for that.
With that said,
thank you very much. I don't know if there is a maximum on the GoFundMe. Whenever there is a maximum, it's not possible. Remember, there are always still these crypto links down below. They will be OTC'd here on the island, converted into cash, and given to them physically. This is monitored, of course, by me, by Didi Hutu, and by everyone else. Thank you so much, Da Vinci. I didn't know about that. We didn't discuss that. So this is truly a very great thing to do. Thank you so much, Da Vinci.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So as you can see here, I FOMO'd into this move here because I believe, I don't know, I've been doing so many videos, I don't know if I did this on a private video, I did it on a public video, but anyways, I was talking about the XRP on one of my videos, and here, let me just increase the screen and make this larger and move this over to this side so that your face is not in the way. And yeah, I felt that even though it was not the appropriate place to buy this thing, I felt that because XRP is a manipulated coin, fully manipulated coin, right? And when it takes off, it does these straight up moves, right? Straight up, like this is BS, right? You can't do that in reality. Right. This is not normal market movements. When you see this kind of move where there's no kind of like market structure, nobody like, okay, I'm gonna buy this, and you know what? I bought some and it raised the price, so I'm gonna wait for the price to come back down. But I'm gonna buy it at a little bit higher level than I did last time, and then that causes a W. Right? No, this is more pure market making and pure manipulation. So that's the owners of the coin probably buying, all of this, all of that is just buying to get you guys to get suckered in. And so they're probably doing it again. They just rinse and repeat, right? This is not them right here. This was just, natural market movements. But yeah, they're just selling it all this way. And I get the feeling they're probably going to I felt that they're going to do the exact same thing over again. So far, not so good, but I think that if we see this thing pump, if this thing turns around and doesn't and pumps, it doesn't go lower than this level here, this wick here, you know they caused that, right? Don't even think anything else. They're just trying to trick you into buying.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they're scammers. So really, if this was not a manipulated market, we should see this thing roll over and come all the way back close to the bottom here, right? And we'll see. We will see if that happens.
But it's true.
I don't know what's happening.
It's true. XRP doesn't really double you out. What I also recognize, besides this market making and these sudden pumps, they usually time it perfectly with a very, very big announcement, of course, to increase the buying pressure. I remember it in November 2018, that was the case. Before it was the case. I mean, whatever they are doing, it seems not to be illegal and it seems to be working. And of course, if we are here ahead of the curve and we are looking at the signs, we can take advantage of that. And that is why we are covering that for you guys. If you appreciate it, smash up the like button. And the next one, I mean, XRP, there might be a little bit of hate in my heart, but I just always try to stay positive. But when I really get critical here, this is when we are talking about the next one. Do you want to say anything else about XRP before we are going to the next one?
Yes, I do. I just in case they decide they do not make this thing pump at this level, this is where I only nibbled at this point, right? As it pumped up, I didn't go all in because you never know. You don't know what their minds are, where their minds are at, right? So you have to you have to play with what the deck that you have, right? The cards that you have, basically. And so here, and if it comes back down, I'm a buyer at the 61.8, which is at 2,000 sats. 2036 sats, and then I'm going to look to also buy at the 1944 sats. Now, I know what's a few hundred sats between friends, right? But I'm a little bit of a cheapskate.
Yeah. I understand, and that's good. And this is why you're so successful in your altcoin trading. Thank you for that very, very specific trading setup. Actually, up to the exact Satoshi. I hope the people will not be front running you. And now let's go into the next one, because the next one is really an altcoin I am not a big fan of. But yeah, let's look at the charts. Let's exclude our psychology from that and let's see if we can take advantage of what is going to happen here. So this is about Bitcoin Cash or Bcash, however you want to call it. So Da Vinci, what do you think about that specific altcoin here priced in Bitcoin?
Yeah, I don't mind if you guys front run me or whatever. I have lots of money, and I want everybody to have lots of money so that we do not go into a despotic universe with the elite running things, and all of us are beggars and poor people for begging for scraps. That's not the world I want to live in. So yeah, I'm happy if you guys get in front of me, make some money, and that's fine. I'm good with that. I can live with that. I just can't live with the elite running things. I can't live with that. Okay. With that said, you got a little bit of a upside down BART happening here. Yeah, don't expect this thing to come back down. It's possible. Right, we could come back again and hit the 61.8, but you may not. I would not expect it in normal circumstances. It's just lower probability. That's all. It says I've seen it happen. It's just that it's lower probability that an upside down BART really comes back and really tests this level. So If you're interested in buying this, I would say maybe the 50% rule, right? Because this is kind of like a W, but not quite in there. But you could still kind of make out a W in there. And so a test of the 50% rule is a good place to be a buyer. If you're a cheapskate, that's at the 2.4 million sats right there. 2.5 million, I think it is more of like the rounding level. And or you could go to 38.2 because it looks like it wants to rest, and the 38.2 is a good area for it to bounce off of it, and that's the 2.5 million sats level, 2.51 million sats. But yeah, what's 10,000 sats between friends, right? But so I would say this is a good buy. Ignoring that what it is, ignoring the name of the coin.
Yes, exactly. It's a good trade. Let's say it's a good trade. Exactly. It's for sure. In my personal opinion, not a good long-term investment. What we are talking here right now is a trade. Even for Bitcoin, we are talking about a trade because our investment in Bitcoin is on our cold storage. Always try to distinguish between these things. It's very important to understand. Buying Bitcoin Cash or Bcash here is just a trade. We are selling it back into Bitcoin and eventually putting that into our cold storages or trading further with that. So yeah, that is perfect, Da Vinci. And let's say you are going in here at the 38.2, 2.5 million. Where will you ride this altcoin up to? To what specific price level?
Well, to be honest, the little old lady. And when I talk about the altcoins, right? I only do the little old lady strategy, and so I ride them to double or zero, right? So effectively, I'd have to wait to like 5 million sats. Now, that's probably not practical for a day trader, of course, if you are one of those kind of people. And so if you're a day trader, right, or a swing trader, this is more likely for this particular coin, a swing trader. So you're like in the next weeks or months. What you want to do is wait for it to come back to the 50% level or the 38.2. Start nibbling at the 38.2, nibble a bit more at the 50% level. And then at the 61.8 if it comes there. But this would be your point where, okay, you know what? If this thing breaks the 2.3 million sats, I'm walking away, right?
Yes.
That would be your walk away level.
Exactly.
Now, if we are talking about where you want to sell this thing as a person who's swing trading this, you want to be interested in start taking profits. At the 38.2, you start taking take half off the table or partial profits off the table. That's up to you. I don't have a trading plan for like taking things off the table on a short-term trade other than Bitcoin, and and then you would ride it up to like at least the 61.8, which is the 33.2 million sats. Yep. The rest up. And then see, depending on how the tea leaves are, basically the indicators are, you would decide whether or not you want to keep riding this thing higher, and that's how you trade this thing. Yep. But as a little lady here, I would just buy it and see if I got lucky at the bottom. Got it at the bottom.
That's good to know, Da Vinci. Right. Thank you so much. And this is also the difference between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. I mean, if Bitcoin Cash goes below the 2.3 million Satoshi level, I mean, it would make a lower low. And knowing that there are not so many fundamentals backing up Bitcoin Cash, the bottom is potentially zero. So yeah, I would be very scared below these levels as well. Thank you so much for dropping these knowledge bombs on us. And of course, everyone has been waiting for that one secret altcoin. Yes, Da Vinci, I wanna show it to you, and I wanna see what you think about that, because the charts are very interesting. Everyone remembers we have been talking about Cardano, VeChain, and all of these altcoins ahead of the curve. They are pumping right now, and we just don't want to cover them all after they already made a 2x, 3x from our coverage 2 weeks ago. Everyone who got in there, and it was a lot of people, as I saw that in the comments, already is very happy. But we don't wanna like create too much buzz around something which already already pumped like crazy. So let's talk about the next one, Da Vinci. The ticker symbol is Algorand. So Algo against Bitcoin on Binance. And I want to know what you think about that specific altcoin. I made some TA on it. I have my specific thoughts, but I really want to know what you think about that. Maybe here zooming a little bit out. So what are your thoughts on Algorand?
Well, I like this Wing pattern, right? I love this. There's lots of information here, right? First, we have the nice Wing pattern, right? That's really good. And then we have also the Wing, which actually failed, which is not the end of the world, right? These little tiny W's here ended up failing because we broke down, but we created a bigger, wider W, and also we have an area of tested resistance that's clear. And so once we break this level here, it doesn't matter. This point here, you can say that this resistance level does not count. This thing has some serious legs to go higher. And so effectively, this is the next resistance level that it has. So we're talking, right? Let's just assume that we go all the way just to the 78.6. Are you going to get a double off of this if you were to buy this, assuming this 78.6? Not really. So you could always just wait to see if it become a cheapskate and see if it creates another W and then raises up. But honestly, I would start buying at this level because another W is basically lower probability, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tests of this level. I think a little maybe just only a little rollover, or maybe a cup and handle kind of pattern is in the cards here, so that before this thing actually starts to FOMO up, so face ripped up. Yeah. So yeah, I would start nibbling here and see if you can get some little cheaper coins, maybe at the 13 level, 13 EMA. We could also do fib levels from this level to this W here. Well, it's not really quite a W because it didn't it created a new low. Oh no, it did not. So yeah, there's a little bit of W, not quite as pretty as, because it's the bodies of the candles, but it still can W. And so you could say, okay, well, I'm willing to buy this thing at the 38.2 and the 61.8, and see if this thing moves higher to the promised land. But of course, here would be a break of this level. This bottom level would not signal a positive result, meaning that we might be in for a little bit of a longer choppy period. So I'm not saying that it's completely dead. It just will be in for a longer sideways action before we actually pop higher. Yes. All right.
But yeah, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I really wanted to know what you think about that. It is always interesting, even though it's not exciting yet. The risk-return ratio on these altcoins, which didn't pop yet, is of course higher. And Algorand has a community there. There is some pumping potential, not only in the charts, but also backed up here by some potential buying pressure. So let's see what happens. Of course, there's it can still turn the other way around, but the charts are not looking all too bad here. So thank you, Da Vinci, for covering the TA on 5 different altcoins, guys. If you appreciate that, leave your thoughts and also your altcoin suggestions in the comment section down below. I already saw some suggestions, but most of them are about VeChain, Chainlink, and so on. We might cover them again just to tell you where we are getting out and so on, but we want new altcoins also, so leave them down below and upvote each other's altcoins. Also, thank you so much for supporting the GoFundMe campaign or Digitai Hutu's campaign with the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dash, and Litecoin addresses. It is truly appreciated. It is helping out people in the real world. And yeah, maybe if you got some profits from your altcoin trades, drop $10, drop $20, and you will feel great afterwards. I can tell you that from experience talking. And Da Vinci, thank you so much for that. Do you have anything to share before we wrap it up for today? I know it's very late.
Yeah, just remind me. I would just appreciate it if you remind me tomorrow morning. Check out that GoFundMe campaign, so I could just match the people's donations, because I'm sure we have a lot of wonderful viewers here that are really willing to help out people around the world, and I want to help out as well.
Wow, amazing, Da Vinci, amazing. I can't wait to wait to welcome you here in Thailand as well. Really, thank you so much for your humble way and for your nice willingness to help out the people here. It is really appreciated. Everyone, remember, there's the GoFundMe campaign and the Bitcoin addresses. I don't know if there's a limit on the GoFundMe campaign. Wouldn't be that smart, but they just don't expect a big amount of people coming there. Let's see if there's a limit. Of course, it would be great to breaching it if there's no limit. Otherwise, there are still the addresses. So just make your own choice here. Thank you so much, Da Vinci. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for smashing up the like button, and we will see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto, today or tomorrow. And as always, I wanted to ask you, Da Vinci, do you have any last words to share before we wrap it up for today?
Always play from a position of strength and do not get wrecked.
Don't get wrecked, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other already today or tomorrow. And as always, guys, as always, bye-bye.